Hey guys, MetaDucksXBeats here. Now here's a video I wanted to do for a while now, and that is things I would change or would have done in Smash Bros. Differently. I wouldn't necessarily say they are wasted potential, but these are just things that I just thought about for a while, or hell, maybe even recently. Some cosmetic, some not cosmetic. Really, I'm talking about things like costumes, or moveset changes, or any features I would have done differently, really any of those stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love the Smash series, I like all the games, I appreciate all the hard work that the developers put in these games, but these are just little things I would have done differently. Now, to get this started, I'll talk about how I would have done Pit and Dark Pit differently. Now, I had this idea for a while since I saw Pit's moveset change and when Dark Pit was confirmed to be a playable character, and that is have one have the Brawl moveset and the other have the more updated moveset based on Uprising. This would make them unique yet similar since they still have their neutral B and their neutral attacks and all that stuff. Really, their major differences are just directional B moves, really. As for which would have which, I think it would have been more fitting if Pit kept his old moveset while Dark Pit has a more updated moveset, since the updated moveset is based on Uprising, which Dark Pit did first appear in technically. But I wouldn't mind vice versa, I mean, at least it would still keep the overall similar idea. Moving on to the next subject, we have the Castlevania representation. Now, of course, if they have to choose one, I think Simon was the good call since, well, he's the most iconic. And I think Richter also made sense since he is a fan favorite from a couple of fan favorite games like Rondo of Blood and, well, Symphony of the Night. But to be honest, I always had this idea that maybe they should group a lot of the vampire killer users into one character slot, similar to the hero from Dragon's Quest, or if you want an older example, the Koopalings. Of course, the default would be Simon Belmont, but who would be the rest? Well, since Richter isn't Smash, I feel like he would also fit in. Now, of course, you have to sacrifice some things like his unique taunts, winning poses, and his blue flame from his holy water. But I am willing to sacrifice all of those, to be honest. As for the other choices, I would have to choose Trevor and Leon if we're just gonna do 4 characters like the hero. Now, I think these two would have been the more likely choices, to be honest, because, well, Trevor Belmont is from Castlevania 3, which is also a very beloved game in the series, and there's a Netflix animated series based on Castlevania 3. Actually, I am pretty surprised that Trevor wasn't the Echo instead of Richter, really. As for Leon Belmont, he might be a bit head-scratching since he is from a game that isn't really that popular from the franchise. But he is the first Belmont to wield the Vampire Killer, and he does have a remix in Smash Ultimate, which honestly had me surprised. Hell, Richter has an alternate color that references Leon Belmont. That also pretty much surprised me. He was even briefly mentioned in the Netflix series. Then again, I don't think anything from the Netflix series really affects anyone's chances in Smash. I mean, Richter was chosen over Trevor as the Echo, but I digress. And of course, I think Leon is the least likely out of Simon, Richter, and Trevor, but I do think he would have been like the 4th wheel or something. Now, if we took this in the Koopalings direction and had 8 characters instead of just 4, I say the choices would have been Christopher Belmont, Juiced Belmont, Julius Belmont, and Jonathan Morris. Doesn't have to really be a Belmont, just had to be a user of the Vampire Killer. Though if they were to do this, I think they would have just picked 4 instead of just have all 8 slots be filled up with different characters, but it is a thought. Though I think Christopher Belmont would have been the least likely out of any of them because he didn't even have a spirit battle, and you could say that Richter does reference him in his red color palette, but I think that's more of a reference to Juiced Belmont since he has black boots instead of brown. On to the next subject, we have how spirit battles that involve assist trophies could have been handled. Now, this doesn't have to imply with all of them, since some of them are pretty much just like mooks, like the Hammer Bro or Chain Chomp, though that didn't stop Piranha Plant from being playable, but I digress. And some of them technically couldn't even be battled since they're pretty much like obstacles like Vince. But for what I have in mind for the ones that could be knocked out are for them to be like mini-bosses or just straight up boss battles like Rathalos. For example, characters like Dr. Wily, Tiki, and Mother Brain would be straight up boss battles since they pretty much act like bosses. Hell, I would actually like to see the stage bosses like Metal Face and Yellow Devil also have the same treatment. And as for characters that behave like other playable characters like Waluigi, Girahim, Knuckle Joe, Chef Kawasaki, Crystal, Samurai Goro, the Black Knight, Takamaru, Isaac, Dylan, Springman, Bomberman, Alucard, Zero, Knuckles, Guile, Akira, Grey Fox, Rodan, and Shovel Knight. They could be like nice mini-bosses. Like, I don't know if it's just me or anything, but I always love the idea, really. Like, I think the closest we ever gotten was with the Imprisoned Spirit Battle, where you fight Girahim also, who's the assist trophy. And King K. Rool, who plays the Imprisoned in this battle, just stands there. I usually just aim for Girahim, just fight him alone, and it's honestly really fun, and at least to me it is. And I just wish there were more spirit battles like that. And plus, I always found the assist trophy spirit battles to be pretty annoying because I always thought that I should just fight the assist trophy alone and not deal with the other character, really. Though I wouldn't really mind if it was like Waluigi and Wario since they are pretty much the team, and that would be pretty charming, but when it came to like Akira as a spirit battle and Guile's as a spirit battle, it was honestly really annoying. And I think I'll just stop here for today. As for you, what kind of ideas did you have for Smash that you would have done differently? I think this would be a very interesting topic to talk about, really. And also, what do you guys think about my ideas? Do you like them, dislike them? I don't know, just any opinion, really. And with that being said, this is Metadux X Beats. Never let the hype train stop. Hey guys, Metadux X Beats here to talk about some updates and some of the mindset I had for this video. Now, like I said, I had this idea for a while, but I was also in a Smash Bros mood, so I decided to make this video. I'm sure I had more ideas for this video, but once I think about them, I'll probably make like a part 2 or something. And when it comes to other video ideas, I just want to get this out of the way. No, the Undertale retrospective is not cancelled, but it will be delayed. And I was thinking of other video ideas like my thoughts on the Kirby anime, some more top 10s like I said from the last video, like top 10 franchises I would like to see as Arc System Works fighting games, and probably some Kirby top 10 along the way. And I had some theory videos in mind, like the connections of Soul Calibur and Tekken's shared universe, and the connections of the Kirby final bosses. And I honestly want to do more voice dubs. I think those are pretty fun to do. And I think that's about it when it comes to future ideas or future potential videos. This is Metadux X Beats. Hope all of you have a great day. I'll see you next time.